Welcome to the Jefferson County 4-H 3D Printing Academy. As a participant in this academy, you are receiving this 3D printed flashlight kit. The kit contains everything needed to assemble your own working 3D printed flashlight. The kit should contain the following items: one CR2032 battery, one LED light, one 3D printed flashlight base, one 3D printed battery ring, one 3D printed flashlight cap, and one toothpick, which you'll use for a tool to assemble your flashlight. Your kit may contain different color 3D printed parts, as well as different color LEDs than the one you see here. It is important to note that the parts to this kit are small and may be a choking hazard if left in places where young children can get to them. If any of these parts or the CR2032 battery are swallowed, please call 911 immediately. Now that we've inventoried our kit and discussed safety, let's look at how the flashlight works by exploring the electronic components. Pick up your LED light and take a look at the wires. Notice that there is one long wire and one short wire. The long wire represents a positive connection and the short wire represents a negative connection. Now take the CR2032 battery out of the packaging. You can test the battery and the LED light by sliding the battery through the wires on the LED light. You'll want the long wire to touch the flat side of the battery where there's a plus sign indicating that this is the positive side, and the short wire on the other side of the battery. If both are in working order, your LED light should turn on, and now you will get to see what color your flashlight will shine. Now that you've tested the battery, remember that there is a difference between the long and the short side of the LED wire, as this is very important to understand in order for your flashlight to work. Step 1. To assemble, take the 3D printed flashlight base. You're going to want to take the LED light and insert it through the hole on the base. You're going to want to make sure that the long wire is on the bottom. Once it's inside, you're going to need to press it a little bit further into the hole. You can do so by using the toothpick and pressing on the plastic part of the LED light. It should stick out a little bit on the other side. Step 2. Bend the short wire on the LED up. So again, the short wire should be on the top. You don't want to bend it too much, and you don't want to bend it too many times, as it's possible that it could break off the LED light if bent too much. Step 3. Place the CR2032 battery inside the 3D printed flashlight base. Make sure that the flat side is face down and sits on top of the long wire. It's possible that your LED light flickers on and off a little bit as you're doing this, and that is okay. Step 4. Place the 3D printed battery ring inside the base. The ring should sit on top of the battery. It's possible you might need to take the toothpick and work it around the edges to press the ring down. The purpose of this ring is to prevent the other LED wire from having contact with the battery when the flashlight is not in use. Step 5. Bend the LED wire back into place. Make sure it is centered above the battery. You can now press the wire down to touch it to the battery to perform a test. Essentially, this is what will be happening inside the flashlight when you're using it. The cap, if you look at the inside, has a little tab that will press down on the wire. The cap also has a little cutout that allows the wire to pass through. And now we're on to step 6. Before putting the cap in, make sure that it's lined up properly. You're going to want that wire to go through this channel. I'm holding mine upside down so that you can see how it would be oriented. Once you're ready and comfortable with the setup, you can turn it over and press it into place. Okay, you should now be able to test your flashlight by pressing the button in the middle to see if it turns on. If it does, then great job. If it does not turn on, you may want to go back to step 1 and start over. Common issues might be that the wires for the LED light were turned to the wrong direction, or that the battery is placed in upside down. At this point, your flashlight is ready to go. Sometimes it might take a little bit of use pressing back and forth on the button to get it to loosen up. We hope that you've enjoyed this project, brought to you by Cornell Cooperative Extension of Jefferson County's 4-H Virtual Academy. Stay safe out there, makers.